That dropout rate is one major issue. The other is this anxious wait for matric pupils for their results. Well, it's soon going to be over. And National Senior Certificate candidates will receive their results on Tuesday. But the Basic Education Department is expected to announce this year's pass rate tomorrow. The academic year, of course, facing serious challenges due to the lockdown and the leaking of some examination papers. So where are we on the releasing of the results? Joined by the department's Mr. Elijah Mhlanga. Elijah, morning to you. Always a pleasure to speak to you. I imagine almost a sigh of relief for your department, but also for many of the matric pupils around the country. Are we still on track for tomorrow?
Good morning, Gareth. Thank you so much. Yes, of course, we are almost there. Tomorrow, the minister in the afternoon will announce the results in terms of the performance of the class of 2020 in the afternoon. We are on schedule. We're just putting on the final touches. Remember that we are doing things differently this year because of COVID-19. So we can't gather in one place and do what we've done before. So we have had to come up with a different plan, and that's what we are working on right now. But looks like all provinces are ready for tomorrow. You are correct. The statement of results will be collected on Tuesday in the morning.
Confusion I've seen with a lot of matric pupils, Elijah. Maybe you can just help matric pupils understand as to where they're going to be able to get their matric results. Some suggesting they don't have to go to their schools to fetch them because of COVID-19. Others saying they do need to go to their schools. Just clarify for me, Basic Education stance on pupils fetching their actual results. What's the process? Go to school or don't go to school?
Well, initially you can get your performance report via our website, which is always available to give you your subject performance. But after that, you'll need to go collect that actual paper from a school. The health and safety measures, insofar as COVID-19 is concerned, that has been taken care of. In fact, this is a class that went back to school first last year when we were forced to close school. So they know how it works to go into a school where there are protocols to be followed. So that will remain in place. Schools are ready for that. They will make sure that everyone is sanitized, social distancing takes place, and they will ensure as well that each and every candidate that goes there, they're able to collect their results. But what could help is if they were to obtain the results electronically and then stagger their going to school to collect them. That would help ease the pressure on the school in that way. But as well, we know there's anxiety. People want to know how they've done, and understandably so. You know, it was a difficult year and a lot of challenges, a lot of new things that occurred, and the academic program was disrupted. So as a result of that, you know, people would want to rush to get their results to see how they've performed, and their schools will be able to assist them with that. So we are not saying they shouldn't go, they should still go, because all other learners are in school anyway. But if you are in matric going to collect your results, don't go too early in the morning, because then the other learners will also be there and you might just create a huge crowd. So rather go a little later. But even if you decide to go in the morning, the school is ready to assist you. There will be a special line for you, and there will be people there designated to assist you.
All right, so that's clarified that situation. Go to school on Tuesday morning to go and fetch your results, maybe a bit later in the morning for matriculants. Elijah, before I let you go, this morning there is, of course, going to be lots of questions thrown at the department about the dropout rate. I'm sure you heard the report a few moments ago, 115,000 children in matric dropping out in the Western Cape. 2020 wasn't kind to the school attendance register. How bad was it really? Can you give me an insight as to just how bad the damage was for the matrics in 2020?
No, the damage was huge. In fact, in the meetings that we held to discuss the opening of schools, our first and foremost fear was dropout. We thought that it was going to be our biggest challenge in the year, because when you keep learners away from school for an extended period, it becomes too difficult for you to attract their attention back to school. That's why we insisted last year that schools must remain open. Yes, we knew there was fear. Yes, we knew people had anxiety about the safety in school if children went back. But we insisted because we believe that school was the best place for children to be. So, yes, there would have been a damage. Of course, we know that some of the learners the parents decided to keep them at home for home education, but others just simply dropped out. And we spoke about that we need to work together as society to try and encourage those children to come back to school. And we hope that this year it will be better, because if you dropped out last year, if you were in matric, you still have an opportunity to write in May and June when the others are writing the exam, or else you can just go back to school. I mean, there's no other way. We want everyone to come back to school. So the minister will outline the challenges that the class of 2020 faced, but the sector in general, what challenges we faced and how we're going to resolve them this year. And all of that will happen tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m.
The basic education call this morning: if you decided to drop out of matric last year because you thought school stopped due to COVID-19 and you dropped out, you need to get back to school and get that matric certificate. Elijah Mhlanga, thank you very much indeed for speaking to us. The matric results are being announced tomorrow, and the actual results, the physical piece of paper that you and your children are waiting for, available as of Tuesday morning. And as Elijah said, you can go to your school observing all the protocols as per normal.